Mama Daisy in the house as she's coming to the podcast. Yes, sir. She's coming to the podcast, and she is my lovely wife, and she's going to be here on the podcast today. And I haven't told you about the content that we're going to talk about, but we're going to get right to it. I got my other special guest, Two-Fed Quan in the house.
How y'all doing?
Yeah, a great streamer out there on the games, but he definitely know his NFL content, as well as my lovely wife, Chef Mama Daisy, knows her NFL content. In today's content, we're going to be talking about Matty Ice. Is he the FanDuel's NFL GOAT? Because they picked Matty Ryan to be FanDuel's NFL GOAT. So, we right here at Content is King, we gonna get right to it, and we gonna get to the discussion of that thing, and we gonna find out is Matty Ice ATL, and y'all see it right here. Y'all know we dirty birds up in here. Let's go to Two-Fed Quan. I want to know something about your podcast that you got going on, or is it a streaming? Or tell me something about your streaming thing you have going on.
I got you. So my name is Two-Fed Quan, founded back in 2018. A little bit of backstory about me. Me and my homeboy, we started as Two-Fed TV in a mall. And it was a joke, but I took the joke beyond the joke. Yep. So I said, you know what, I'm going to make something on this. And I said Two-Fed Quan. And like we say at my channel, if it ain't Two-Fed, it ain't fed enough. We do Twitch streams, TikToks, YouTube reactions, and all.
Hey, shout out to Two-Fed Quan for being here, and he also do great content with these Atlanta Falcons in the NFL, and he knows some college football. Y'all better check him out, because I think he has something coming on the way with the college thing. And we gonna go to Chef Mama Daisy up in this thing right here. How you doing today?
I am doing.
You doing great?
I'm doing good.
Okay.
I'm doing good.
All right. Tell us a little bit about your TikTok. You've been ticking and talking and rocking.
Got it clocking.
Got it clocking.
Yep. So basically, yes, I started my TikTok back in 2020 when the world shut down.
Okay.
I started out dancing, and then I let it go once the restaurant came up. And so when I came back and saw that, hey, people are really making money on TikTok, I got serious.
Wait a minute. They making what?
They making that money.
Making that what?
That money.
Okay.
Yes. So I came back April of this year.
Okay.
I had 500 something followers. By the end of April, I had 1,000.
She had 1,000 followers. Y'all hear that?
1,000. So 1,000, that's when you start selling and making money, promoting other people's products.
Y'all hear that? Money.
You gotta get that money. So fast forward, I'm at over 5,000 followers.
I'm
getting to that 10. I'm getting to the 10 because the 10 is where you can make a minute-long video and get paid for the view time.
Hey, y'all here out there in TikTok, y'all can get that money out there. Let me get my... Yes, right. You know, we do it right here at Content is King. We gonna get right to the discussion today, man. We talking about Matty Ice, who did some great things with these Atlanta Falcons. And you know, I gotta pull out my notes, cause I know these two right here, they ready for me, and they gonna bring it at Content is King. Because right here, we gonna give you we're going to give you what you didn't know right here at Content is King. And we also going to tell you pretty much the things that you obviously did know. So right here, Matt Ryan began his career in high school. And how did he get the name Matty Ice? We're going to get to how I did my research and how he got the name Matty Ice. Not how I say he got it, but what I found out on the research. I actually thought for years that Matty Ice got this name because, you know, when he got in the NFL, he was cold as ice, right? And I was like, yeah, that's where Matty got it from. He was cold as ice, and I really thought that. And I always wondered about that until I took a deeper dive into this thing. And what I found out, that Matty Ice got this name after starting a strong performance in his first varsity game as a freshman. He was a freshman, and he got in his first varsity game, and the coach said, that's Matty Ice right there, because he wasn't scared as a freshman. So that's where the name Matty Ice came from, and he was the captain at William Penn Charter. And also, he could play basketball and baseball. I'll tell you what his first big purchase was. And you know, most people get a house for their mother. They get a car. But Matty Ice wanted to get some rest. So his first big purchase was a bed. It was a big old bed.
Gotta get that sleep.
Gotta get that sleep. Gotta get that rest. He knew about that in the NFL. You gotta get that rest to play on Sunday. Quan, I'm gonna throw it to you. You tell us a little bit about Matty Ice.
All right, Matty Ice, the Iceman, the one that controlled my emotions for all the time he played. Every Sunday, every Thursday, it was my emotions with Matty Ice. But I got some facts for y'all. 5 interesting facts about Ice. So, the first one I want to tell y'all about, before he played for Atlanta Falcons, he only been to the A twice. Now, I don't know how many of y'all know that, but the first time he went to the A, when he got recruited by Georgia Tech, and the second time he went to the A is when he played Georgia Tech with Boston College. Before that, Matt never been to the A, but he got to the A then. Second fact about Matt Ryan. It's crazy. Now, Falcons fans don't feel hurt when I say this, but he did not like Atlanta for nothing growing up. I don't know who know that. When I found out, I said he didn't like Atlanta, but the sole reason he didn't like Atlanta is because the Atlanta Braves used to come beat down the Phillies as he was growing up as a kid. And he hated it. Despised Atlanta. And then it's kind of ironic that he ended up being our MVP, our franchise leader for so many years. We thank you, Matt. Third one is Matt Ryan was actually the first quarterback from Atlanta Falcons franchise history to give them back-to-back winning seasons. When Arthur Blank took over in 2002, they was looking for those back-to-back wins, back-to-back winning seasons. But they couldn't find that. Not in Vic, not in the quarterbacks before him. Nobody. Matt came onto the field. They got the first win. They got the first win season out the way. And then the next season, Matt actually got hurt. But then at the last 3 games, he came back from turf toe. Won those last 3 games. They finished out 9-7. Gave them their first back-to-back winning seasons.
Wow, y'all heard it right there. Let's give him a and a big old. He didn't like ATL. What's going on with Matty Ice? We back at it at Content is King on back. I had to get out of that. He didn't like ATL, but now he love ATL. All right, we back at it now. We back. That was great content by Two Fed Quan. I told you he had them gems for you. Right here at Content is King. Some things you probably didn't know. But is he the GOAT? I kick it over to Chef Mama Daisy. What you got for me?
So, is Matty Ice the GOAT or not? Well, let's see. Going back, of course, y'all know, as our host said, that he started out at Boston College. Well, do y'all know that he was not highly ranked in the draft at all? Did nobody want him? The only reason he wound up at Boston College is because family ties. His uncle went there. Yes. So, pretty much, didn't the college want Matty Ice? But he wound up at Boston College. So, when he got to Boston College, he started in football. Freshman year, red shirt, did not play at all. Second year, he played 11 games only, because it was injury in the quarterback room. That's the only reason he got to play sophomore year. Think about that. Well, since he did so good sophomore year, okay, they said, all right, junior year, we're going to let him start. He took him as a starter. He led Boston College to 9-3 record in a bowl win. So he had to show his worth, you know, and I'm quite sure, like these other people, he had a chip on his shoulder. Like, didn't nobody want to recruit me? They thought I was nothing, so I had my chance, let me show out. So, junior year is when he really grabbed the name Matty Ice because of his composure, his calmness in pressure times. And since our other co-host, Two Fed Corn, said Matty Ice did not like Atlanta, but do you know Matt Ryan, he donated $500,000 and helped raise over $2 million to help communities for as the black community. He does a lot for the Atlanta community, but that was his main thing that he's done as a retirees out of the Atlanta Falcons. He's give back to the ATL tremendously.
Oh man, y'all heard it right here. Let's give cheers to Chef Mama Daisy. And when I told you my family know football, they know history, they know this game. Check us out in the fall when we be doing the fantasy. When we go right in here in the fall, FanDuel, DraftKings. We go in the box and we give you the 3 gems of the daily fantasy, and we're gonna give you them 2 sleepers right here. And if you think we ain't winning right here, Chef Mama Daisy, me, Two Fed Quan, we got receipts. Chef Mama Daisy, how much you won just recently when we played the football FanDuel? We went to ATL. And that Tyler Algier came through.
And the Atlanta Falcons defense.
Hold on. Let's go back and tell this story right here. Check this out. Wifey on her phone. Baby, you putting in a game? Yeah, I'm putting my game in. This was before we left?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, the day before, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Saturday, right?
It was a Saturday.
It was a Saturday.
Yeah.
And she's happy, excited. She's putting in her game. I really was ready for the game. So I left it up to her. I said, get him, baby. And she did her thing. And so we at the game, and I let her tell this part, and she's looking down at her phone, and she's looking at the game, and she's looking at her phone, and I'm like, let's go, Bird, let's get them.
And so, you know, in fantasy sports FanDuel, it always comes down to that 0-0-0. Anything can happen those last second, that last minute. So I kept looking at my game. I didn't want to tell him yet, but I was like in first place by myself.
So we walking out the stadium. We done won. The Falcons done won. We like all that. And then we get in the car. She said, do you think all the games that played at 1 o'clock is over? I said, I don't know. Yeah, wait a minute. Looked at the clock. Yeah, they over. What you got going on?
What? Well, baby, I won first place by myself. $20,000. So I know a little something about football.
So let me tell you something. We got the receipt, so don't think we keep the receipts.
Yeah, we keep receipts.
So FanDuel, DraftKings, come right here. Get your picks. We're going to tap that big gem box. Now, you're going to have to get the rest of your team, but we're going to give you 3 good ones and 2 sleepers. Then you make your money. We gonna get it right here. Now let's get it on and finish this out. So do you think Matty Ice is the GOAT of ATL? But hold that thought before you say that, because we got some more. She got a great point. I can feel it. Do you think Matty Ice is the GOAT of ATL?
I surely do think he is the GOAT. Honestly, Matt came in, first pass in the league was a touchdown.
First passing.
Not too many quarterbacks do that at first. Not too many quarterbacks is that calm and collected to do that. That's why he's Matty Ice.
Mm-hmm.
We had Vic did great things. We had quarterbacks before that did great things. Matt stepped in to the sideline, threw it down the field, touchdown. Come on now. That's GOAT status off rip. And then the way he carried himself, the way he carried that team, the way he led that team, only a GOAT can lead other GOATs. So I really truly think that Matty Ice is the GOAT of ATL.
Now, I want to bring this up. I'm going to take it back a little bit. Matt Ryan in a high school championship game. It's 3rd down and 7. They gotta, what's the play? It's a running play. Matt checks it off and throws a pass.
I know what you're talking about.
And they end up winning the game. The coach was happy about the win, but he says, "Come here, I'm the coach. Why, what you doing? I call this. What if it didn't go like that?" He said, "Well, coach, you know, I saw it, I took advantage of it. And that was the Matt Ryan. Get effing and said. But that's the Matt Ryan we know. And the Matt Ryan that was in that, the young Matt Ryan ended up being the NFL. He brought that on to the NFL. He brought that grit to it. But the question is, did FanDuel, which I love FanDuel, did you get this one right? I got another gem I want to just drop, you know. Did y'all know that his brother, they kept it in the family now. Did you know that Matt Ryan's brother married Matt Ryan's wife? Sister.
Oh, they kept it in the family for real, huh? They didn't want to marry Sarah's sister.
Hey, Matt said, hey, bro, she got a nice sister, and they tied the knot. So 2 brothers married to 2 sisters.
Oh, wow.
Just had to throw that in right here. Content is king. Now the question is here's where we get to it, and we're gonna ask Chef Mama Daisy first. Do you think Matt Ryan is the GOAT? Is there somebody else who can contend with him?
Well, I would say, far as I've been watching football, he's my choice of GOAT to me. Simply because the way he carried the team. Maybe he's not the leader per se for as the group of men, but he is a leader in the community as well. It's several things that qualifies as a GOAT. I know his first week as a rookie in the NFL, and it was unusual back then. He started, and then as he started, he led 11-5. He had 11-5 record, which was a boost from the previous year. He was also named NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year. He was also named by Pepsi Rookie of the Year.
But is he the GOAT?
Who knows? Who knows for sure?
Of the Atlanta Falcons, we're not talking about it.
Yes, I would say yes, he is. I'm going to go with yes.
Chef Mama Daisy, we get a yes that Matt Ryan is the GOAT of ATL. And we pass it on to Two-Fed Corner.
All right. So you say if he's the GOAT, as I look at it from 2008 to the time he left us, he was the Atlanta Falcons GOAT. We put our faith in that. We put our trust in that. Every year, every Sunday, every Thursday night, we put our trust in Matt. regardless if Matt had a bad night, regardless if Matt had a good night. Because I'm going to tell you one thing about a GOAT. Your fans never turn against your GOAT. And as I know Atlanta Falcons fans, we stick heavy with him. I stuck heavy with him. Even with the Super Bowl, we stuck heavy with him.
After we cried.
Shed the tears, went outside, yelled, all of that. Next year we was back at us, so let's go again, Matt. Let's go. So if you're not standing behind your GOAT like that, then ain't no GOAT, because you don't have faith. We got faith in Matt. We had faith the whole time. We love Matt. We loved how he played. We loved how he cared for the community, the football league. He was an MVP. Come on now.
MVP of the league, 2016, by the way. Our Super Bowl run. You know what? We never talked about that. The MVP being Matt Ryan, being the MVP of the NFL. But that same year, we had the most heartbreaking loss that the NFL, that the world ever seen. We never talked about it. I'm going to give y'all, we're going to go ahead and get this little poison out right here at Content is King. You got 1 minute to tell your part, what happened right after the game. Because none of us watched none of his replay or anything. So we never even discussed it. So right here, you get it first. What did you do? What was your reaction right after the game?
So my reaction right after the game, I was sitting on the couch, and I remember the Patriots was all the way down there, and they got the run off. They got it. I still don't feel like he went past that line.
I still don't believe it.
But it happened. My heart broke. I went to my room. I shedded some tears, and I did what a lot of people didn't do. The next day, I actually did go watch the replay, and I watched the whole game again.
Okay.
And I wanted to see where we broke down at and everything. I said it just wasn't our time just yet.
Okay.
So that's what happened with me.
That was his minute. There you go. You got 1 minute.
All right.
We ain't going to talk about this ever again, but going to get it in now.
This is it. All I remember, we was up. All I know after the halftime, I heard that darn Brady say, laser focus. He said that laser focus, it was on for now. But when we lost that game, and I don't think we lost, because like Too Fat Quan said, I don't believe he crossed the line. I screamed. I went to the room, slammed the door. I was so upset. I really was. No, I have never watched that game again. Every time they play the replay on NFL Network, I change the TV because I don't want to see it ever again.
And for all y'all 28-3 mockers, we can't wait. And pull that receipt out, and we can't wait. If we ever get one, you going to hear from us. Big and loud. Let me tell you what happened that night as us three was sitting in the living room. I remember as the game was winding down, my wife said, "You mean to tell me y'all about to let these boys come back?" And this was maybe they had just scored a touchdown. I didn't think nothing about it. I got a phone call. A friend of mine said, "Man, look like y'all gonna win the Super Bowl." He was a Saint. And I said, "Bro, don't call me right now. I really don't take calls during football season, period. And y'all know that. Even on game day, I don't take calls." And he called and broke through. That must have been a curse. I ain't even thinking about that.
They call with a curse.
The Saint broke through. I don't even take calls during the game. And this is the Super Bowl. Didn't think about that. But anyway, I never take calls during the game. And he broke through and I answered. I went against my morals. I done went over 1 minute. I better get out of this. But I'll finish up by saying this. I'm sitting on there, and as the game was over, I was sitting there just staring at the TV. I cut it off, and I'm just staring at the TV. My son done went to his room. Wifey done went to the room. Me and the dogs just sitting there staring at me like, And this was my true words. This is what I really said that night. I said, Brady is the greatest quarterback I ever seen in my life. That's real talk, because I'm a real football fan. And I said, I think I just witnessed the greatest quarterback I ever seen in my life to do that. Did I think, let me get out of that because I'm done. Y'all can see how I got with it. So we out of that. I done told my part, and I never visit that again. Now, ATL Falcons. We gonna go off the script right here. We want that Super Bowl. And I think we gonna get it very soon. Now, is Matt Ryan the GOAT? You already said he is. I got a surprise. Y'all ready for it?
You ready to
Okay.
bring it on.
Now, there has to be a honorable mention. And I know some people say, what about Julio? Julio was hurt a lot. Julio would be a Hall of Famer one day, but is he the GOAT of ATL? There's someone who is not mentioned that you probably don't know about. But I'm going to put him as honorable mention. Okay? And I'm going to give you his stats. And he's probably, wait a minute, ain't no problem. No, he's known. He's probably known. He's known. His name is Mr. Claude Humphrey. Mr. Claude Humphrey was a 2014 NFL Hall of Famer. Now, once you get the Hall of Fame under your belt, you the man. Let me tell you how many HOLs he had. See, he was a Hall of Famer announced by the ATL Sports Hall of Fame, the Tennessee State Hall of Fame, went Tennessee State. He was named by Football Hall of Fame. He had 6 Pro Bowls under his belt. Matt had 4. When he came in his rookie year in 68, he had 11 and a half sacks, 10 and a half in 69, 70 he had 10, 71 he had 13, 72 he had a few, 73 came back with 11, 74, 12 and a half, 75 he was hurt and came back the next year and had 14 and a half. Now, this is where it gets interesting. With ATL, he had 99 and a half sacks. 99 and a half. Now, he leaves Atlanta. He goes to the Eagles, and he has 30 sacks there. The year that the Eagles went to the Super Bowl that year, he had 15 and a half sacks. So, Mr. Claude Humphrey, who is a Hall of Famer everywhere he went, had some recognition in ATL. And they retired his number, not his number, but they put him in the Ring of Honor in ATL as well. So what y'all think? Is Matt Ryan ATL's GOAT, or is he the one you know the most?
He's the one that we know the most, but if you look at the numbers, you would say Humphrey is the GOAT of the ATL.
I actually got a different pictation of it.
Okay.
Because nobody's going to get this credit. Watch this. Matt Ryan is the new gen GOAT. 2008 to when he stopped playing, because you look at his stat line, he got the stats to prove it.
Okay.
What you just told him about Claude Humphrey, he is the OG GOAT from the start.
Okay.
And one of their first.
Now, that brings me to my next point and the closing point. So the baton could be passed, right? So you can pass this baton, and I think Mr. Claude has been the GOAT before Matt, before anybody, and nobody knew this. He the OG GOAT, like you said. But Matt, if he walks across and get that Hall of Fame trophy, would be, my opinion, the real GOAT or the next GOAT. Not the real GOAT. I don't want to say it like that. He'll be the next GOAT of the Atlanta Falcons. Because you can't take somebody who's made it to the Hall of Fame already and dethrone him, and you ain't made it there yet. So that's my opinion.
Okay.
Thank you for tuning in to Content is King. I'm your host, Cool TV, Chef Mama Daisy, Two-Fed Quan. Peace, love you. See you next time right here at Content is King. We out.